Right, welcome. Good morning. Over here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Another morning where we get to discuss the very, very interesting things I know in the also in the world of sports. Um, Manchester United, any Tottenham Hotspur qualifying to European final, possibility of playing in the Champions League next season. And that means automatically England they 6 teams in English Premier League. Something that's very good. Very, very good for English Premier League. Away from that, the conversation of Chelsea, any Ricky Walsh, the young 16-year-old boy, Onya, the first start for Chelsea Football Club. Something that is incredibly good. And it looks as if Enzo Maresca some good trust in using the young players now. And of course, for somebody whose job mainly at City was to train a City under 21 team, it looks as if he's really succeeding at that. But even away from all of that conversation around Chelsea and its animal, there is Real Madrid or Munyo man in a branch here, friend. Xabi Alonso. We'll talk about that as well. Hi, Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. For those of you who are big investors, last night, congratulations to you. Like I've always said, the most important thing to me, and this will be winning. Every other thing doesn't matter. And congratulations to you. And again, my upper quotes now is going to be in the description of the video. Just one video we are. Go to the description, pick up the quotes from there, and go and stick. And we pray. Say BBB are very fine. Just make sure so won't stick sika and yes stickable. Scanning your audience and fan control it. And yes, the way when you are and then watch now with you soon. But let's get straight into it. Let's get talking. First of all, what I want to talk about is the thing about Ricky Walsh. First of all, Real Madrid and then Xabi Alonso. I think that now it's almost confirmed. Says Xabi Alonso is going to be the new manager of Real Madrid, and that is very, very good. Given what Xabi Alonso has done at Bayern for Leverkusen and what Madrid needs. Madrid for need a young, exuberant blood to come in and then inspire the young players. Now, given what Barcelona idea, you're more Spanish La Liga, very important that they get somebody that can come in and inspire the young boys. Very, very talented team. I don't think you can take anything away from Madrid for any team, no. The quality of Mbappe is there, the quality of Vinicius Jr. is there, the quality of Obia, our top player, Bia El Horam. And you can't take anything away from them. You cannot take anything away from them. Now, Carlo Ancelotti has become a little bit stiller. The time is this for him to go. Senebeya, somebody else, and in the person of Xabi Alonso Beba to inspire the boys and get them and push them to success. And that's something I think that is going to happen at Xabi Alonso. And across all of Europe, and they say Xabi are contacted Bayern for Leverkusen. For them, Platigo usually gives the best of news when it comes to German football conversation. Also, Xabi Alonso is on the verge of leaving Bayern for Leverkusen with an official announcement expected soon. Alonso is set to join Real Madrid. No doubt, he will sign a contract till 2028, according to Marca. First, however, Carlo Ancelotti's departure is expected to be officially announced before then. The search for the successor is in full swing, and Cesc Fabregas remains the club's preferred candidate, other than candidates also being considered. Ten Hag, Xabi, Arbeloa are all considered for the Bayern for Leverkusen and Germany, which is good. I mean, Cesc Fabregas has done also a good job El Como. I mean, for 1 year now, bringing them from Italian second division through to the senior division, and then staying them, keeping them afloat, has been a good job from Cesc Fabregas. So Timinia Jumano Bayern for Leverkusen, and then that's a very, very good one for Cesc Fabregas as a person, and also for Bayern for Leverkusen as a club with respect to what they want to do post Xabi Alonso. Something that's going to be very important. Now, Xabi, we've always mentioned to you, through and through Madrista. His wife is a Madrid person. He was born in Andalusia in the southernmost city of Spain, and of course played for Liverpool, came to play for Real Madrid, and he recognized as a Madrid star as well. There's a lot of credit to him, a lot of credit to Xabi Alonso, given what he's doing, and the fact that if at that age of Xabi Alonso, less than 50 years, Xabi is going to be probably in his early 40s. Now, Utimi, the coach of Real Madrid, it's literally like dream come true. Maybe it's too early, but of course, nothing is too early when things like that happen. Congratulations to Xabi Alonso. And expect to see Ibenya here we go very, very soon from Fabrizio Romano. who will give us that news on coach a friend Xabi Alonso. Xabi Alonso, no per branch friend Ada Gole. He has always wanted Ada Gole from the time Ada Gole was Turkey. So most likely now he's going to be able to convince Ada Gole, use him some more. Because Ada is one of Madrid's most talented players. So hopefully he's going to be able to use him, a lot more than Carlo Ancelotti. Then Madrid are going to get the best out of him. On the part of Barcelona, and I was saying that it doesn't matter post the issues of Inter Milan and Barca's loss out of the Champions League. I think the season has been fantastic season for Barcelona, especially for somebody like a 17-year-old Lamine Yamal. Literally, I don't think that he ever thought that his life would take such a very good turn. But under Hansi Flick, Barca have been super, and they keep on going from place to place, coach to good. They keep on getting better with what they want to do. And just at age 17, Lamine Yamal has played 101 games for Barcelona and literally dazzled the world. You need to give him his credit. The issues that Lamine Yamal had, Barcelona had coming into this season, especially given the issues of what they wanted to do, especially the fact that no money, a good financial standing, the kind of players that they wanted to buy, and then they had to reinvent themselves of a sort. Now after Baba back to come and compete. This season, the only players Omotoye was one Dani Olmo, who was literally almost struggled somewhere Registano. And it has been a very good one for them. Roger Shejini was free. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen and Coco prior. Last season, they got Inigo Martinez almost for nothing. Ekae Gundogan had to go. In all of that, the German has really done a yeoman's job. What put it together a very strong Barcelona team. Enya success consistently. This season, we need Copa del Rey. This weekend, there was the Grand Clasico against Madrid again. I think, at very least, Barca won't lose that match. They'll go on to win the Spanish La Liga maybe next week, in 2 weeks' time against Madrid. Madrid will try, but I don't think it's enough to head them. But of course, Barca in a very good place. You give them a lot of credit given what they've been able to do. And then, in front of Mundo Deportivo, Mundo say, classic vow, talking about the Grand Clasico. And in fact, Barca players, any technical team, coach, everybody, they had a very good barbecue together. They discussed, they had good conversations, they talked about the game against Inter and stuff like that, which was very good. Very good for Barcelona for them to sort of reinvent themselves for the next set of games about Barca in front of Sport. One of the Hansi Flick picture now tournament. What they wrote is that Flick asked for the final effort, and I think that's it. Barca just needs the final effort against Madrid. That means they would have beaten Madrid almost 4 to 5 times in one season. That would be something. That would be something if Barca were not able to pull it off just this weekend when they play against them. But of course, Champions League final area, it's not going to happen. The final stretch for Barca, Madrid. Then I think there's Espanyol, there's Villarreal, then there's Athletic Club. Wow. Tough set of games that Barca would have to play in a bid to win the Spanish La Liga. Madrid, like I've told you, they won't give up. They will constantly stay in it and hope that Barca will slip up and then they will take advantage and become the next Spanish champions. I was telling you about the Europa League competition and what Tottenham Hotspur have done. And I saw a video of Ange Postecoglou, the coach of Tottenham Hotspur, after the game. I'll catch any players and say, given all what they have been through, the efforts that they've put through in the Europa League has been super. And I think I kind of agree, because this season, it has not been good for Tottenham Hotspur. Last season, Ange Postecoglou was super. I know be a man a lot of credit for the job that he was doing. But things just plummeted out of nowhere. Injuries, the best players were not available and stuff like that. And then he is beginning to get the results. In a European final against Manchester United. In 5 attempts, they have not lost to Manchester United in a very long time. They are very good when they play against Manchester United. But trust me, Manchester United will also feel like this is a season that things haven't gone on well for them. Everything had to go. Ruben Amorim had to come. They had to change things with respect to how they play. They've not got success in the English Premier League, almost at 16th or 15th. Very bad with respect to the standards of Manchester United. Even for Tottenham Hotspur's sake, it was also very bad. But still, these two teams are trying to compete. Man United will not make it easy. They will not make it easy at all for them. But of course, Tottenham Hotspur will try and see if they can get their first trophy in Europe and become the only second club in London after Chelsea to win a European Cup. We'll see if that's going to be possible. I know that Chelsea fans will not want Manchester United to win any trophy at all, but we will not want Tottenham to win any trophy at all. But we'll see how that one will go. Of course, in terms of transfers, Barcelona president Juan Laporta in the last few days have been discussing what's his name has been discussing Rafael Leao and then what he brings to the team. Oui. Are you going to take it? So exactly, that's exactly how we're expecting things to go. With respect to transfers, Rafael Leao was a big player, and I think that next season Rafael Leao is not going to be at AC Milan. And a lot of things are running around him. Chelsea following Yayomo Pay because they want a left winger. Nico Williams up a left winger. And what we are hearing is that Barca are queuing in and around Rafael Leao ahead of Nico Williams as a player. So let's see if he's going to go on there. Big one, Alejandro Bastoni spoke about the last time going into the Champions League final. The issues with the last final against Man City losing by 1-0. I think in that game they played very well. Lukaku missed a lot of chances, and that's excellent goal from Rodri Cascante. So that was really the difference. Inter would feel said they have had a chance to win something, and maybe posterity and nature has to be fair to them this time against a certain Paris Saint-Germain team that has gone to the final before under Thomas Tuchel, gone to the semi-final, bundled out in the quarterfinals a couple of times, gotten a new manager in Luis Enrique who has really re-inspired and reinvented the team to play some good stuff. Against a very solid Italian Catanaccio-based team in Inter. The final will be very, very interesting. Super interesting for both sides. Super interesting. For me, you're a little bit tilted towards Inter Milan for the fact that I think that they're a very good side. I think that Simeone Inzaghi, has to be rewarded. Luis Enrique has won the Champions League before. Simeone has been super. I've always told the story of Simeone and his brother, Filippo Inzaghi and Simeone Inzaghi. Filippo, very successful in football as a player, but his brother wasn't successful as a player. Now, Simeone has come in and he's been successful as a coach. Filippo, not as successful as Simeone in coaching. So, it's good for him. It's good for him. Very, very good for him, given what he's doing. And now, Chelsea game, no more boy, against Gerrard, about 4 academy players came on. There is Genesis entry that came on. And I think the Chelsea phone have gotten their own version of an Alphonso Davies academy in Genesis entry, giving the things that Genesis did yesterday. We say some players normally are very physical, very athletic, highly technical. Some of your wingers who have been converted to fullbacks. You can defend, can also go forward and give it attacking width, up top and create for you. Of course, Nipa will be a Dino Hong Kong branch friend Wiggy Walsh and the quality that he brought into the team. Solid player with, of course, Shim Mweka, also another top player in the team. And now Chelsea phone online some very, very good stuff in terms of players number one. Still, the chase for a striker is up. And Chelsea phone would want to wait after 4 games officially to end the season. Then they can really assess and see who they are going to buy in terms of a striker. Victor Osimhen conversation is still on. And Florent Malouda spoke about him. Now Florent said, the Osimhen links with Chelsea are strong. We have had brilliant footballers in the past, brilliant African footballers in the past, and Osimhen can be the next generation of African players at Chelsea. I would love to see him join the club. I think he would be an excellent signing. I also think it would help someone like Nicholas Jackson improve, and I think that's true. I think Osimhen comes in and it improves Nicholas Jackson by a mile. And of course, I would want to see that. But of course, Nyakano the big one. Chelsea were final. And after the game against Gerrard, Enzo Maresca can say, and then our big final. This weekend, our big final against Newcastle United. And then final, it's all shit. Because our against the Newcastle United team are more competing for the Champions League just like them. How are they going to be able to get to the final? How are they going to beat Newcastle and then essentially qualify for the Champions League? For me, say Chelsea say Newcastle this weekend, they have automatically qualified for the Champions League in my books. When you draw, then it means that they need a win against Manchester United to get there. The final day against Nottingham Forest, just make sure someone lose match, and then you can go in to get a job. And see, English Premier League is still keenly contested. And now Felix Joe against a clean sheet Reece James was very, very good and influential for the team when he came on El Honum. And that was a very, very good one. Of course, still, next season, Estava, Willian by Chelsea, and Rodrigo Gosh. Guys, I would want to join the curtain here. In the next few days, we'll be back to normalcy. Of course, this was just a little breakfast talk over football, giving and run you see here, whilst I'm sitting here trying to enjoy morning breakfast. I'll see you. Do take care. Bye bye.